Sorry, I was losing my connection there, so let's try this again. Hey, I'm Robin. So thank you so much for joining us here. I just wanted to give you a little background about who I am and why I'm excited about this event, why I'm excited about Beachbody, and why I wanted to do everything that we're going to do in this event. So I just want to give you a little background about me. I was raised with a mother that had cancer. She passed away when I was 18. It started me off with a foundation of a lot of uncertainty, and that just carried into my adult life. So I met the love of my life when I was working in a 13-year career in a corporate environment, and we have been together since 2005. You can do the math. And we decided to try to start a family. So we have a son. His name is Sawyer, but we lost him at 26 weeks. And after the loss of my mother and after the loss of my son, I went into a deep, deep depression. My life spiraled out of control, and I didn't know where my life was going to go. I didn't want to feel anything. I didn't want to have friends. I didn't want to have relationships. I didn't want to talk to my family. I didn't want anything, and I just wanted to not exist anymore. That's really the only way I can say it. I just wanted to skate through life and never have anything major happen, and then just be in the background and be quiet and not feel anything. So I spent years after I lost my son just wasting life and not being an active participant in my marriage, not being an active participant in my friendships, my family. I would go to work. I would sit at a desk all day at a job that didn't bring me any joy. I mean, some good things happened from it. I met my husband at work, and I have some great friends from there, but I didn't have a sense of fulfillment and happiness, and I honestly didn't think that I ever would. I never thought that it was possible to do something that would bring you that sense of accomplishment every single day and a sense that you're contributing and giving back. So I sat at a desk and I pushed paper around and I ate a lot of crap. And I had gained a lot of weight during my pregnancy. I'd always been like a skinny fat person, and it really started to impact my psyche. And when I compounded that with sitting at a desk all day long, not thinking about movement or nutrition or feeding my soul or my mind, and my life just became completely stagnant and boring. I would go and do things with people, but I was really nervous all the time inside, and I had a lot of social anxiety, and I didn't really want to talk to anybody. I would go to like parties and just drink. And when I say parties, these are like adult parties, like dinner parties and stuff. And I would just drink and drink and drink because I didn't want to actually have to feel anything when people were talking to me about what my life was, because my life was nothing. I had no life. Poor Jason. I don't know how I got such a saint of a husband, but he really has stuck by me and loved me through a lot. So that's kind of the background of where I was when I came across Beachbody. One of my best friends from childhood became a Beachbody coach in 2012. And, I was at that point, the heaviest I had ever been. I managed to get past that even. And I was really feeling desperate for a change in my life. So I ordered a bag of Shakeology from her. She was doing P90X, and I was like, there's no freaking way I can do that. I'm over 200 pounds and everything about me sucks. There's no way I can do it. But I ordered Shakeology, and I was not in the right mindset. Tried it for less than a month, felt like it was too expensive, sent it back, and then didn't talk to her for 2 years. Like, that's a terrible friend that I was being. Like, just terrible. But you know what? She didn't hold it against me. In fact, she used it as a way to connect with me and to make me realize I was worth putting in the time and effort and the money and anything else that came along with it to work on myself. So fast forward to 2014, and I see Mindy is posting all of this stuff about PiYo, and I think, okay, P90X was terrifying. Let's make Kitty Jasper. But I think I can do PiYo. So without even telling her, I ordered my challenge pack, which is my workout and my Shakeology, the first month of Shakeology, and I signed up as a coach because I wanted that discount. And I didn't even tell her, I just did it. And I think I sent her a message afterwards and was like, hey, I signed up for this. And she was like, whoa, I can't even believe this is happening because you sent back your first bag of Shakeology and didn't talk to me for 2 years. So, and so since then, things have just been rolling. I slowed down a little bit last year, but in 2015, I keep forgetting that we have moved to 2017, which is crazy. So in 2015, I totally slowed down with my business and coaching and what I wanted to do because I had an opportunity in my corporate job, which I thought was just this amazing opportunity that I shouldn't pass up. And my boss for the last couple of years decided to leave our firm and go start his own firm. So he asked me to join him. I was his only employee and I was doing everything for him that he didn't do himself. So he worked client facing and I ran everything in the background in the office administration plus did client work. And I thought, okay, I'm going to start with him. This is going to be on the ground running. I'm going to be in a great position for when his firm takes off. This is an amazing opportunity. So I put Beachbody on the back burner. I still did things for myself, but I didn't talk to anybody about it. I wasn't consistent with my workouts. I would skip a month or two of Shakeology because I just felt like I need to pour my heart and soul into this job. So fast forward to last summer, I've been with him for 1.5 years, which was a very tough 1.5 years. I don't know if any of you out there have started a business like that, but there's a lot of work that goes into it and a lot of cost and a lot of time away from your family and time that you would rather be doing things that are for you, but you're having to take all that extra time and pour it into this new venture. So fast forward to July of 2016, I wrap up this huge project that I had worked on by myself, and that included a lot of physical labor as well. And I go away for 4th of July family weekend, come back, and he tells me he doesn't have a position for me anymore, and he laid me off. Now, I was really shocked because I was his only employee. I didn't know how he was going to do this on his own. And I thought I had dedicated so much of my time and energy and blood, sweat, and literal tears into this firm that I couldn't believe he was letting me go just like that. I did not see it coming. My amazing husband, Jason, he was the first one I've called, of course. And he was like, you need to talk to Mindy because you need to do Beachbody. You need to throw yourself into this and you need to be a coach because it's the only thing that brings you joy and happiness. So I called Mindy. I told her what happened. I was upset that night. The next day I had to go in the morning and clear out my desk because we shared office space and he wanted me to be able to come back when nobody was around in case I was crying. I went in and I knew from the conversation with Mindy the night before that I was now put directly on my life path. And I knew exactly where I was going to go. And it was with Mindy to the top. And I was going to do it by helping people and by changing lives and changing minds and helping people feel better and vital and fulfilled. And I had already had a taste of that through 2016. And I knew I wanted more because I would work, 10-hour days at my firm, and then I would be messaging people on my lunch break and after work or before work and talking about what I was doing. And I was dabbling is what I look back and see it as now, but I knew that little dabble made me the happiest in my day. That was the thing that gave me the most joy out of everything I was doing. So when Jason told me, let's go for it, this is the thing that makes you the happiest, I want you to work on it. I don't know how I got so blessed by such an amazing husband. And I didn't appreciate how amazing he was until I really threw myself into Beachbody, threw myself into working on myself. So one of the things that really strikes a chord with me is a directive from corporate that we do personal development, which I had never really thought about or heard of before, and I didn't pay it much mind. And so when I started really being serious about a coach and working on myself physically, I knew that mentally I had to work on myself too. Because you can change anything physically, but if you don't change what's happening inside, none of that exterior change is going to make you happy. If you don't change what's happening in your heart and soul and in your mind, you're not going to be fulfilled and satisfied no matter if you have a six-pack and guns and whatever. So I threw myself into that, and it has been a life-changing experience. I have a number of books I could recommend. The first one off the top of my head is Mastering Your Mean Girl. It's an incredible book, and I think everybody should read it. Well, I'll find one for guys. I don't know. But that changed my life, and it changed the way I looked at things. And so it made me realize that there is so much more to what we're doing, and people hear the Beachbody and they think, oh, it's just exercise, it's just shakes, it's just whatever. It's not. It's so much more. And that's what keeps me so dedicated to this, because I have gone through therapy, I have been depressed, I've had anxiety, I have had panic attacks, I have withdrawn from life for most of my 20s and early 30s. And now I am so full of life because I took a chance on some shakes, because I took a chance on a workout program, because I got engaged with our challenge group, because I talked to Mindy about my goals and what I wanted in life, and she understood that it was more than just I want to lose weight. It was I want to feel better. I want to feel like me, and I'm not even sure who I am. But because I did the work and got excited about it and started to see these little things snowball and change, I know who I am. And I feel that fulfillment and joy and excitement in my life. And I want you all to be open to the idea that it's possible for you too. I was closed off for such a long time, wasting years of my life just being with a wall up, not open to anything. And once I opened that up inside me and I broke those walls down, everything got better. My marriage got better. My friendships got better. My family relationships got better. I got better with myself. And that's what we want for you. So over the next few days, I want you to just have an open mind and an open heart and see the exciting things that there are to find for yourself, for your family, for your entire life through actively being involved with Beachbody and our Fit Fam, because that's really been the life changer for me, is this group of people who show up every day to support you, to ask how you're doing, to celebrate your victories, give you encouragement, and just encourage you and inspire you to be the best you can be. All right, I'm excited to see what happens, and welcome. Thank you for joining us, and I'll see you the next few days. Bye.